Hey Scorpio, welcome to your general love read. This is your April forecast for love, sex, and emotions. It is a you versus them love reading. It is still general though. Roles can be reversed. If you have been carrying around old baggage, I could be picking up on that. Oh, someone needed to hear that. That's how Spirit clears out energy with me as well. If you have someone new coming toward you, it could be that energy, or it could just be who you're dealing with and their third party. Okay, so take whatever is light for you, leave the heavy behind. All right, if you are new here, welcome. I am an intuitive. I am a channel for messages from your spirit guides, and so as such, all right, some of what you would normally see in some tarot cards may not come through. It may be a totally different message. So again, if it feels light to you, take it. If it doesn't, let it go. So let's go ahead here and look at Scorpio and their person. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, so you're starting off the month, all right? You're trying to come back together with someone, right? Three of Pentacles, trying to create a partnership. You've been working kind of separately, perhaps at a distance for some of you, because I'm getting that someone might have to, like if they were to come to you, they would have to fly to you. So you've been perhaps at some sort of distance, maybe just an emotional distance, but you're trying to, you know, you're like taking care of things, trying to figure out how to come back together. Middle of the month, all right? You're trying to take back control, right? Maybe you're like, I will go see you. Okay, if you can't come see me, I will go see you. So you may be being like, I can kind of look into the future and I see where this is going and I don't want it going that direction. So I'm going to take control. I'm going to be in charge. I'm going to make sure that everything happens the way that I want it to happen. All right. Now, end of the month, we get you fighting a cycle turning. All right. So we'll clarify that all in a minute. Your person, okay, starting off the month, King of Cups in reverse. Like this person does not want to be in the emotions. Whether they have them or not, they don't want to get into them. They don't want to get involved with that right now. Middle of the month, Seven of Swords. Like they could be trying to bury secrets, especially if you guys like do not live in the same area and you are separate. They could be like, oh, you coming to see me? Wait a minute, let me straighten up. Let me hide some things here from you that I don't want you to see. End of the month, they are what I'm getting here from Spirit. It's like they've got a hard decision, but they're like, no, just putting it aside for right now, okay? And walking into calmer waters, perhaps because all of a sudden you're there and they're focused on you. So let's go ahead and get a little clarification, okay? Oh, there is some heavy energy in this read, Scorpio. Okay. Yeah, whatever happened in the past between you and this person, you've kind of just swept it under the rug, okay? Didn't happen, doesn't exist, okay? You came out with your heart intact, all right, and you're like in control. And look, we've got the King and the Queen of Swords. And so it's almost like, okay, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, the feminine or the Queen of Swords energy, okay, was like, I've got my heart, I've got my sword, I'm in control. Okay, King of Swords, on the other hand, was like, I bow to you, I will do your service, okay, I am yours. So, you know, one person won in this and the other did not. Okay, one was like, I bow to you, my queen, and I shall do whatever you ask of me. Okay, now this person doesn't want to be in the emotions, okay? They're like, I'm striking out on something new. And even if it is Pentacles, new job, new stability, new, you know, career, whatever, at the bottom of it, we've got that heart, okay? And we've got the star. So this person is going after their wishes, their dreams, their heart. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. They want stability so badly that they can taste it. And yet a lot of it's not very grounded, okay? They're keeping it all up here in a lot of ways. They're dreaming about this future. They don't want to share it. They don't want to jinx it, is what I'm getting. Okay, yeah, and this person is like really fighting, like seriously, like fighting, okay, to get this dream that they want. Like to them, it's a dream come true. And so they're like, I cannot be in the emotions because I'm going after this dream. Okay, so you're going to go after this and try to take control, right? But it's got a crossing energy here of the Ace of Swords. Again, you recognize something's changing. And you don't know what it is. But you're like, no, I'm the one with the sword. So I've got to be in control of this transformation. Yeah. Okay. You have some sort of a fear that things are not going to go your way. And it's crossed by the Hangman. And so this person could be pulling away. And it's kind of freaking you out. All right. Now, middle of the month, this person is like, oh, I'm going to hide my secrets because someone's coming back around. Okay. Again, in this, just like with the King and Queen of Swords, the feminine is kind of like above the masculine. So even if you are the masculine, you may take more of the divine feminine energy of the relationship, okay? That just means you're the more nurturing, okay, mothering sort of type. It doesn't mean that you are a female, okay? But this person may be like, you're coming back. I've got to, you know, everything has to be perfect, my Four of Wands here. So I'm going to hurry and balance everything, right? Hurry and balance everything so that when you get here, all is well. Okay, now you don't want to end a cycle here, all right? Because you are trying to manifest something. However, you do have some sort of heartbreak here. Like there's a part of you knowing that something is coming to an end. Okay. Yeah, crossed by Four of Swords. Okay, you are still clutching that clarity, that sword, that control, that power. And up in your head about the other 3 swords. Okay? This person, okay, they are almost to whatever this dream is of theirs. And there is passionate communication here. But it may not be about, okay, rekindling love. So we're going to look at these emotions, see how these emotions come into play with this. I'm not going to take that one, but it is, you know, fascinated, bewitched. You could find yourself really just kind of obsessed with this person or them with you, but I feel like it's you. Okay, so emotions here. Yeah, you've been kind of pulled back away from this person because, again, we're starting out with the distance. And I feel like this distance has made you feel less in control of everything. So you're like, oh, I'm going to go after them. That will make everything better, right? I've got hope. If I go after them, I manifest them, everything goes back to normal. Okay, this person, all right, they're in a curious state. I feel like it's whatever they're going after here, that they're seeking. Okay, and there's that fascination, all right? They are fascinated about something, but whatever they're fascinated about, there's a lot of shame attached to it. Could just be because they feel like, you know, they're not being able to focus on you. And maybe they, like, literally just their mind cannot focus on this and you all at the same time. There may be a few of you where the shame is that they might be focused on somebody else that they're going to start passionately communicating with. So let's clarify. All right. Yeah, I feel like this is talking about, I don't feel like this, if you have someone new coming towards you, okay, take it how it resonates, where someone new is not going to show up until like the end of the month, but it's going to be more passionate than lovey-dovey. Okay, but for most of you, this is about the King and Queen of Cups. This is about a couple. Okay, and we've got the Two of Cups here, where one of you, right, is very different from the other, and you are at a distance. Okay, and with the eagle above, like, you know, there's messages you're communicating, trying to see what the other is doing, and the one, which I feel like is you, is just more emotional about the connection than the other one is. And again, okay, interesting enough, like the Queen is like, I have the sword, I have the power. But while the King, okay, has been off on their own, restricted, and feeling like, you know, they're trying to find their own way, they've become illuminated. And they're not kneeling anymore, they're still sitting, but they've brought their sword up, okay? They're taking back their power. Okay, now this tried to sneak out. It was the Lovers on the top of the deck. But it could just mean they're trying to figure out the illumination of their choices. Okay, so yeah, they're starting off here very paused, right? Looking for that illumination. They're fighting for something they really want. And what are they fighting for here? It's the Queen of Cups. Okay, so somebody may have been giving them exactly what they needed. Could be a job, could be a person. Somebody has been giving them a little bit of emotion that they really needed. They're not returning the emotion, right? King of Cups in reverse. And it could be that they just don't want to start all over again, okay, with the Page of Pentacles here. So if some, like, let's say they're really, they've been really working at something, and all of a sudden someone's saying, hey, we think you'd be perfect for this job over here. There's a struggle there because, like, this is their passion, this is what they want, this is that Ace of Pentacles that they desire, but there's a fear of starting over. And that could be in love as well. Okay, so middle of the month, you're trying to take control. You don't really know what path to go. You're trying, a lot of pain. You may have really kept in the dark how much you care for this person. And so that's really why you're like, I'm going to get my person. Okay, I'm going to get mine. I'm going to be successful, be on top. I want this to be calm again, but I want to be with you. Because look, this person is traveling afar. So you could be, again, traveling. Five of Swords in reverse. Like, you want to put everything behind you. Like, things that have been said, the wars that have happened between the two of you, like, everything behind us. And let's just continue on and be in love and, go back to where this is supposed to be. Okay, this person, all right, I've got this desire to make this leap of faith. Okay, but you show up and now there's not a distance. Five of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Wands. Now they've got to really get their path clear. And they've been growing in two different spaces, and they're very passionate. So that's why they're really trying to figure out, like, what do I want? But in the meantime, they are willing, right? We've got second chance, okay? The Four of Wands. Like, they're willing to take this leap of faith with you when you come in. Okay, you may be like, I'm not willing for this to end. Why don't you move back with me? Or I will move here with you. And we can work on it in this way, right? How can I manifest this? How can I control this? I don't want this to end. Yeah, you're like, I will take that action. Okay, we can start anew. But what you're trying to not have happen here, right, is this Ten of Swords. But that may be, that's your fear, and that may be where this is heading. Okay, this person, Queen of Wands, okay. So they're feeling very, like, cold and triumphant about some of it here, because now they're in control, okay, driving this situation, driving this ending, Okay, and thinking about taking this offering of love somewhere else. Really looking at the two options here. All right. Yeah, all right. I feel like it's really interesting. What they're showing me here is that, you know, they may have met someone at work that they are really good friends with. Okay? And they may feel this kindred spirit, and it's giving to them. Okay? Which has created all of this stagnation towards, you know, moving towards anything else. Okay, because there's this new happiness. And with that new happiness comes, right, that Ace of Pentacles. With that new happiness comes this new beginning and this sort of patient balance of blessings. Like, I don't have to work so hard. So again, for some of them, this is about the job. I don't have to work so hard. For some of them, it's about having someone that, you know, seems to fight for them as much as they are fighting for themselves. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get some card. No, you're right. I knew I was like going somewhere here. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get some romance angels here. Oh. Yeah, divine timing is at work here. Okay, what is meant to be yours will be worth waiting for, whether it is this or something else. And there could be, okay, some codependencies with your need to control. Could be roles reversed, but it could be affecting this connection, this romance that you have with this person. Now, if this has to do with work, right, they may have a little bit of a numbing problem, and they have found their codependency is honored by somebody else at work, okay? But we get unrequited love. So sometimes with unrequited love, it is, you know, especially at a distance, there's not the chemical interaction that this person is seeking and looking for. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energies. Like I said, this person may be curious. Yeah, there's deception, forgiving and learning. Okay, religious factors. Like, this person could be just curious. And I've gotten 3 times now, so I'm going to put it out there. Okay, your person could be bi-curious. Okay, that's not for everyone. But for someone, okay, that came through with this 4 of Wands as well, that your person could be bi-curious, right? Or this could be a same-sex connection. But I feel like this person is connecting with someone that is opening up them to a sense of curiosity about themselves and an acceptance of themselves, where they may have felt shame and blame and all of that beforehand. All right. So let's go ahead and get some cards from the universe. Yeah, I feel like you are both seeking knowledge. Like, where do I belong? Who do I belong with? trying to get illumination, feeling uncomfortable on the whole process. And perhaps, all right, because of the pandemic and everything, like you have just kind of figured that everything was as normal. But especially if you guys have been in like separation, like there may be things that you don't even understand that's going on with this person. Like I'm getting that maybe they've been out, like they've gotten a tattoo and like they're living this separate life. If there is that sort of separation here, that you don't really know them. Okay, remember, they want to cover up all these secrets. It's really about releasing the old beliefs, okay, of having to know everything, of having to be on top of everything. Understanding that there is a myriad of things that can happen that are out of your control, and allowing yourself to move forward, because the path forward, there is a higher level connection for you. And there it is, okay? It's going to take ending a cycle which you are fighting tooth and nail in order to get to that higher level connection. You are just slowing it down right now, okay? Just slowing it down. So let's go ahead and get some oracle cards. Letting go, okay? And it's being like ripped, everything's being like ripped away from this person. But there's other doors that are, one has light behind it, the other one is slightly ajar. Like you are, I feel like the one that's slightly ajar could just be you trying to, grab this back. And the other one's like, but wait, there's a third option. Okay, there's a third option. Okay, and you just don't even see it. Self-love. Love yourself. Okay? Control is often a trauma response, okay, and I'm not a therapist, so I cannot, diagnose or treat or any of that. But what I can tell you from personal experience, okay, is that as control as a trauma response, part of that is a neurochemical response that you're getting. And you want to be able to heal that and love yourself. Okay, again, this is a number 3. The Empress is 3. The letting go is 3. We've got this 3. I feel like they're trying to tell you something here. The World, if you add it up, 2 plus 1 is 3. They're trying to tell you something about 3s right now. Could be third party, but could be just that you're building upon something. And that I almost am getting this impression that you have always followed the distinct path. Okay? And I'm coupled, and that's how it's supposed to be. But you haven't really allowed your emotions to come into play by healing yourself and then figuring out, what is it that I truly, truly want? Like, what do I want? What does my heart want? And so the Empress, if you wake, all right, then the world is your oyster. You just have to figure out what that world is, all right, instead of just going where you feel comfortable, because maybe that control and comfort of that is all you've ever thought was happiness. Does that make sense? So I'm going to move to the extended. I'm going to leave a sneak peek here for you. The way to get to the extended is down below. There's some links. You can either go to Patreon or Vimeo. Patreon is my community where I do the you versus them daily Monday through Friday reading as well. I did 2 Zoom. One is today, but most of you probably aren't seeing this before noon Pacific Standard Time Zone. But today is the second integrative Zoom session. And so it's, you know, a lot of fun. This new thing that I'm doing with people to try to help us all work together. All right. So watch your little sneak peek. Everything else is down below, personal readings, yada, yada, yada. All right. So if you enjoyed this, please make sure that you click on that like button. And if you want to know when something else is going to happen, then go ahead and subscribe. And apparently there's like a little bell that you need to click if you want to be notified of things, but I don't know. Okay. So much love, guys, and I will see you next time. Okay, Scorpio. Let's start by pulling some cards for the collective and getting an intention for this. I'm looking at the week of the 28th through April 6th, moving into the month. However, if you were watching this video and it's like July, then this is the next week, and this video that you just watched was kind of like the 5 weeks-ish out, okay? So, ooh, there we go. Those just really wanted to come out. Okay, so for the collective, all right. Okay, so again, I feel like you're working on like prosperity, abundance, like your stability, and yet you've been met with some sort of silence. Okay, so the quote here is, silence is so freaking loud. Okay, so silence says a lot, right? And silence, this person is also wearing a mask. So there could be this really stubborn sort of energy that you're having of digging in your heels and wanting things your way. And yet you're being met with somebody who's deceptive and quiet and not really telling you what's going on. Okay, your spirit guides have been ringing your bell, so to speak. Okay, saying rebirth is coming, spring is coming, rebirth is coming, spring is coming, and you haven't been listening. And so the bell's going to get louder. Okay, so they're showing up to connect, and they're going to keep showing up until you listen. Now, what they're bringing to you is the 3 and the 4, celebration and rebellion. Okay, so after the reign of this 3 of Cups sort of energy, there is a breaking free and a rising up from the ashes. Okay, and this person's rising up from the ashes as the phoenix, but in balance of their feminine and masculine. Okay, so coming out the other side more whole than they were going into it.